Welcome to the Man Cave Podcast with Dan Casper.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Man Cave Podcast that is brought to you by our good friends from Hy-Vee in Eau Claire. Again, as always, little housekeeping note, don't forget to follow and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, like Apple or Spotify, even on YouTube. And if you could, it takes a little, just like a few seconds, 5-star rating and a positive review so others can find the podcast so they can hear the dulcet tones of one Mr. Berg, who is sitting across from me. And well, usually when we have Brandon on, it's a top five plus, where we come up with our top 5 lists. And if you're new to this, why the plus? Because sometimes we have an honorable mention. Sometimes we have multiple honorable mentions on here. So on this one, since, again, depending on where you are listening to us from, but in our neck of the woods, we've got the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. It's a big deal around here, big deal in the state. And well, Brandon decided, I honestly, when you texted it out, that was kind of in the back of my head, but I didn't know if you wanted to do that one. Top 5 fair, I don't want to say foods, but fair. There you go. Top 5 fair. I just got the title of the episode right there, too. So that's what we're going to do for our top 5 plus. Do you have any honorable mentions? Because I do.
I do.
How many do you have? Let's see. Because usually you have more honorable mentions than I do.
Usually I can't limit myself.
But I've got 3. I got 3 honorable mentions.
I've got 3, too.
Oh, we'll go back and forth on this one, okay?
Yes.
So, your first honorable mention, sir, is what?
I'm just going to keep this pretty vague. Beer. You can get beer.
You can. I still think of kiddie stuff, though, when I go to the fair.
Well, I think that's the only adult beverage I've got here.
How dare you. So I am going to go with snow cones.
Yeah.
I love a good snow cone. The only reason it's not in top 5, I love snow cones. I rarely get them at fairs anymore.
Right.
So, snow cone. You went for beer, I went to snow cone on mine. Now, the flavor, blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Blue raspberry's got to be the goat flavor.
Slushy flavor?
Yes.
Or snow cone.
There's a difference.
I like the rainbow snow cone, though.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. So I need a good snow cone where there's a good level of liquid to ice and not just where, same with the slushy, though, too.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next one.
Hot dog.
Okay.
Like a good old hot dog.
Hot dog, hot dog,
yeah.
hot diggity dog. Do you know what song that is?
No.
Mickey Mouse Club. You've never heard it before?
Not saying like that.
Okay. So this is, there may be other names for it, but I'm going to call it elephant ears. Big fry dough, whatever you want to call it. Funnel cake. Not really funnel cake, but fry bread. I've grown up calling it elephant ears. So, elephant ears with little brown sugar and powdered sugar. So, booyah. That's another honorable mention. So, your next honorable
My last
mention.
honorable mention, lemonade.
Okay.
You get like that good fresh squeezed stuff?
Yep.
That's the good stuff right there.
Do you trust it being fresh squeezed, even though the booth says it is?
I feel like I have to look at the booth and judge it accordingly beforehand.
Yep.
Like you.
I am going to go with a hamburger with caveat. It's got to be from one of the local clubs. You know what I mean? Like a Kiwanis or a Rotary or something like that.
Yeah.
So
that's what I did when I went to the fair. I got one from a local place.
Yeah, I feel like you got to get the burger from one of the local, like whether it's an organization or a club. They're better. They're just better than like the microwaved ones.
Well, then they generally got like probably the local meat or from some local place you've heard of, that kind of stuff. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that's an honorable mention for me. Now, let's get into the top 5. Top 5, number 5. What do you have?
My number 5, brat.
Okay.
Get yourself a brat, load that thing up with anything you can.
All right.
And you go to town.
You mentioned one of yours for honorable mention is my number 5. Lemonade. For me, that's like my go-to beverage when I'm at the fair. You got to get the big cup.
Yes, you do.
Or a big mug or something like that, but it just says lemonade all over it. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's that. It's not, you can do styrofoam, but it's like, it's the draw to get the cup. on there.
That's how they get you.
You gotta be careful with the ones that put too much ice in there because then you don't get a lot of lemonade.
Right.
So, but lemonade, freshly squeezed lemonade. Been big on that recently in the last few years. Maybe it's because it's been so dang hot whenever you go. So, all right, number 4, dude. What do you got?
You kind of allude to it, burger.
Yeah, you're all right. You're kind of the classics right now. It seems like
My top 3 my top 3 are like well and above. My top 3, like they're, if I was like to put some sort of like confidence rating or something, like these 3 would be like the absolute go-to for me.
All right.
I did have a burger, and I mentioned that
now,
before.
are you a cheese on the burger or just plain? Okay.
Yep.
I go back and forth.
Maybe a little chopped onion on there, too.
Oh, yuck. No.
I'm leaving.
Apparently. Jeez. My number 4. This is something I've kind of added in the last couple of years. I never used to be big in this. Even when I was a kid, I wasn't that big. But now it's like, okay, corn dog. Corn dog with the mustard. Yep. I've gone, I'm now a kid because I was never a big corn dog kid. Now I am. I think it's probably the convenience factor.
Now
it's
you
on
are
a stick.
big corn dog kid?
Yeah. It's the convenience.
Food on sticks is good.
Yeah. So I'm a corn dog guy now. So there you have it. Number 3.
Number 3, and I will make the distinction because the distinction is vital. Fresh cut fries.
And that's a staple.
They have to be the fresh cut fries.
See, I got to be careful with mine because a lot of them are in peanut oil.
Ah, that's true.
So
yeah.
I can't do that.
That's true. So, but I just like potatoes in general, which obviously can be a little dangerous because you can't eat too much potatoes.
Right.
But like fresh cut, you load them up with the salt. You bet. I am all in.
I love fries, but it's always fair time. I got to be careful because they do say.
Oh no, and they will
oil,
have because that's something they will broadcast. I saw when I was at the fair. I was like,
because there's always that booth that has the bucket, but then it says peanut oil. I'm like, son of a gun, I want it, but I can't.
Yep.
So, my number 3, it's something that I think we've always had when we go, or I should say, I've always gotten when we go, and it's like a variety basket or something. Chicken strips. I always have. I feel like I've always had chicken strips when I've gone to the fair, like in a variety basket. And my next 2 are going to kind of fit the variety basket. So, yeah, that's always kind of been a staple. So whether it's been a big chicken tender or maybe like a little chicken popcorn, I'm kind of lumping them all into one. So just chicken strip on there. Number 2, dose.
Number dose for me, cheese curds.
Okay.
And again, they've got to be the fresh ones. They've got to be not just the ones to the bag. Like
now you're talking deep fried.
Deep fried cheese curds. Yes.
Yep.
Like you'll know them when you see them.
Mm-hmm.
Like make them yourself, put in the time, but like like just the little plastic basket of the cheese curd. Ooh, that's
Yep. I agree. Number 2 for me, which so you heard me say yuck when you said onions on a burger. Onion rings. And again, this has been something the last few years.
I'm giving him kind of a what the heck look.
Let's be real. It's the coating. It's the fried coating.
I mean, you eat onion rings for the breading.
Yeah. It's the coating and dunking it in a ranch. So I don't like I don't like onions on a burger. I don't like onions on my pizza. I don't like onions in soup. But a bloomin' onion or a deep fried onion ring, I'm all about it. So I'm good. But again, this is something that's just last few years. As a kid, heck no. Absolutely not. But again, it fits the variety basket. Because there's some stands where you can pick like 3 items. You order a variety basket, but you got to pick 3 out of the thing. Mm-hmm. So that's one of my 3 that I put in there. Fries, depending on the booth, like we were just talking about. So I'm curious, what's your number 1 then?
My number 1 is what I had in the picture. My number 1 is funnel cake.
Oh, okay.
You get, and I remember even when I went to the Jersey Shore a while back, like just seeking out a funnel cake. Like, it's just fried dough. But like you throw powdered sugar on it. The one I got yesterday was an Oreo one, so they had the Oreo bits and the frosting. Like, ooh, it was good, and it was like good thing it wasn't. I mean, it was good size, but good thing it wasn't any bigger because I might not have been able to eat it. But I could. It's probably a good thing I don't see them more often because I would eat them more often. I don't need to eat them more often, but in this case, like I love funnel cakes.
So I looked up the difference between funnel cake and elephant ears.
Yeah,
just it's the preparation essentially. So In case anybody's wondering, funnel cakes are made from a batter poured into the hot oil, creating a lacy, crispy, and slightly thick structure, typically topped with powdered sugar. Elephant ears, on the other hand, are made from a dough that is rolled out, stretched, and then fried, resulting in a flatter, crispier, and often thinner pastry, usually sprinkled with cinnamon and sugar. So,
Yep.
And I got okay. So my wife is all about fry bread. What's the official distinction? Fry bread, also known as Indian fry bread or Navajo tacos, is a flat bread that is deep fried in oil, shortening, or lard. It is a staple food. Okay. What is the difference between fry bread and elephant ears? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Elephant ears and fry bread are both types of fried dough, but they differ in size, thickness, and typical toppings. Elephant ears are large, thin, and airy. Fry bread, typically smaller, thicker, and can be okay. So it's just size. All right, that's the difference. Whatever. But I get corrected all the time. My number one is cheese curds. Yeah. Deep fried cheese curds. Yeah. I mean, I hate to be generic and blah and all that.
So many times the simple answer is the correct answer.
Yeah, and again, that fits my variety basket. I wish more places had variety baskets. I love a good garbage basket, variety baskets, cheese curds in there too. You know, a very popular one that none of us picked was cotton candy.
That's true. I'm not a cotton candy person, though.
I'm not. I used to be as a kid a little bit.
I think it's just in general, just because it was sugar. But I'm no.
No, I'm not cotton candy. You know, I know we didn't really talk about, but what about okay, this is when it always comes to fair time. It always bums me out because there was a game that I used to play all the time as a kid that they no longer do. They do, but they don't have the same prizes. The balloon popping with the darts, but you win the pictures.
Oh yes.
Remember, you would decorate our rooms with those pictures.
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, now it's all stuffed animals. Bring back the pictures.
You want be like a Jordan Love?
It's those. It's a glass cover, paper frame. It's about what 4x6, maybe a little 5x7, something like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, every kid decked out their rooms in those. And if you were really good, maybe you just got a bigger version of it. But I mean, I had Shaq for crying out. I mean, I had that I could still picture the paper frame around it. It was like a cream or something like it. Was ugly, but it worked.
But you won it, so it was beautiful.
Right. Bring those back. It could be like a band logo. A lot of it was athletes or cartoons or something like that. You know the other thing I don't really see anymore? Remember the clip-on feathers?
No.
You don't remember the clip-on feathers?
No.
So they were like feathers, but then you clicked it on the back of your head or hat. So, you know, they were kind of like, damn, you don't remember those? Oh, I had blue ones, and those were popular too. I don't remember.
That must have been more of your side of Taylor County thing.
I got them in Gilman too. The blow-up bats.
Oh, yes.
Blow-up bats or the guitars and that.
Yeah.
So, just off the top of your head, did you have a favorite fair game as a kid? Obviously, the dart balloon was a popular one. I got two more.
I've always been a skee-ball guy.
Hudson's bigger than that.
I've always been a big skee-ball guy. I can usually get in the pretty good rhythm of hitting the 40s.
Yep.
You know, boop, boop, boop. But I would say skee-ball. I do have kind of a funny story. When I was a kid, I went to Valley Fair. Mm-hmm. And they had a basketball shooting thing.
Yeah, I've done that at Valley Fair.
And I wanted to do it, and my mom, she didn't want me to do it because she didn't think I could do it. Because I was a pretty little kid.
Challenge accepted.
And then I won, and I won this Michigan Wolverines basketball.
I got the Kentucky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was like a mini one.
Yeah, it was like a mini. Yeah. So that's what I won, and I'll be like, hey, look at that.
Because it was a really high hoop,
it was,
too.
And that was why, because I was a pretty young kid, so it's he's not going to be able to make it.
Yep.
But then I showed her.
Yep. Because I had a Kentucky one, and I remember what I did to that Kentucky ball. It was one of the very first times I started doing a bracket, and it was Kentucky versus Marquette to go to the Final Four, and I had Kentucky winning it all. Marquette beat Kentucky, so I stabbed that basketball. I was so pissed because I won. It was like the first time I donated to do a bracket.
So it's more when you're younger. You're putting the investment in.
Yeah. So I was I grabbed it and I went to my buddies. where we were all doing a bracket challenge because, if it might have been a scenario if Kentucky won, I was probably going to win. Mm-hmm. And I just, popped it. So, but yeah, I remember doing that one.
Say, what were your go-tos?
Huh? So the dart one, because that was just easy, you always had to try for a goldfish.
Yeah.
I feel like that has gotten harder now for kids to get. I feel like every time I did it, you always came away with 5. Now it's really hard.
3 days.
Yeah. Hudson has a goldfish that is this big now that has lived for almost 4 years. We want it gone. It's now white. It's changed color that much. That was always a staple. But the pitching one. You throw two times, see how fast, and you try to guess on the third.
I left because a buddy of mine who was a very good pitcher and could throw really hard, at one point he threw a stuffed animal faster than I could throw the baseball.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But that was always a good one.
Mm-hmm. I always get nervous because there's some games that look so easy that I'm like, there's got to be a catch. Like even now, the basketball one there, I'm like, what's the catch? Because I'm like, I feel like if you give me 5 shots, I can make one of those for a jersey. There's got to be a catch.
Yeah, is it you have to make 5? Yeah.
And I don't want to ask because then I get suckered into it.
Right.
Even the ones where you got to knock down the bottles, I'm like, there's a catch. What is it?
I walk by those.
Yeah.
I'm like, because my thinking for it, because it didn't look like it was that far away, is I was going to do the Dr. Pepper chest pass.
Yeah. I'm like, there's something.
There's a catch.
There's a catch.
But
and even those ring toss ones that look so easy and it's not. It's like, come on, dude. So, how about really quick as we wrap this up? Got a few minutes. Were you a big rider?
I did rides. And this is something I was going to see if we're going to bring up too. I'm just going to go off Thorpe Dairy days because that was the go-to for me. There was always ones you had the Tilt-A-Whirl and stuff. I think the big one there was always the zipper.
Ooh, yeah.
And I wasn't super. When I was younger, I wasn't super big on heights, and and obviously, and for those of you who don't know, the zipper, you could actually, it was think of a Ferris wheel, but it was more narrow and taller, and your individual pod could spin.
Yeah.
So you would spin up and down as you went up and down.
Yep.
And so, but that was I've never been a big roller coaster guy. Mm-hmm. I like water rides though. I think of I forget the name of it, Valley Fair, when you would go on the big long, when you had the big tube for 8 people, and you would go and you would splat.
It's the beginning of Step by Step.
Yes.
That ride.
Yes, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yes, I that kind of stuff I would definitely do. But I was never a big roller coaster guy because I said in my younger days I was a little scared of heights. Mm-hmm. No, not as much, but still, I don't know if I would do it anyway just now. But
how
about you?
Tilt-A-Twirl was always the go-to. So that was one, and then I felt like the older you got, the less tilty it got. You know what I mean, or twirly it got. So
more weight, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Ferris wheel, I always liked Ferris wheel. Never thought they always went long enough though.
Right. The one I always enjoyed, bumper cars.
But see, Thorpe had that.
No, but that's why I kind of brought it up a little bit separate because I don't think your smaller fairs did.
Right.
That's more like a Valley Fair thing.
Yeah. So then there was this one, I think it was the octopus that kind of went up and down. It was kind of like a Tilt-A-Twirl, but it went up and down a little bit. I remember doing that one at Gilman quite a bit. Those were the ones, but like Valley Fair, which I would love to go back now as an adult. I really would. Last time I was there was 8th grade for our class trip.
It's been a long time for me, too.
Yeah, it was our end of the year class trip. Mm-hmm. And I was never a roller coaster guy either. I've been to Valley Fair twice. Once when I was really little, and I remember we got poured on, so they had to buy me a shirt, my family had to, and it was an oversized Sean Kemp t-shirt. It went down to my knees. So, God, I wish I had that shirt still. But I did do roller coasters because I did, no. But in 8th grade, I'm like, okay, they had this, was it the Beast or something? I really got into roller coasters that day. I did the corkscrew where we went upside down. I did the typical roller coaster. I did the Beast. I don't know if I could do them now. I think I could, but I really got into them. And the swings. Now you start to see them now. I think the Northern Wisconsin State Fair has.
Yeah, they do.
The elevated swings.
Where you go up and you swing around in a circle, but you're way up in the air.
Yeah. I only did them at Valley Fair. I love those. Those were awesome. But now my mind's what if that chain breaks and I go flying across? You know,
I'm gonna end up in the Liney's parking lot.
Right, exactly. So there's that. The one water one I did not like, and this is when I was really little, so it might be different. There's this log one that we went up and up and
Wait,
up.
didn't you have like 2 people, like per log?
2 or 3
Was it the
or something.
Flume?
Wasn't the what?
Was it the Flume?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But I remember going down, and there was no seatbelts. And I remember holding on for dear life.
I probably would have too. Like I need seatbelts.
Yeah, and there wasn't, and I was scared shitless. So that one I wasn't a big fan of.
All right.
Thought there was another one, like Valley Fairwise, but yeah, that was. Oh, there was the one. It was like this big thing. Bunch of people, you get strapped in, they slowly take you all the way to the top, and it's the
Only
free
you
fall.
drop, yeah.
Not me.
At Valley Fair, I was like the Viking ship, and not just because I'm a Viking fan, but like it would just go up and around, like, and you would go upside down. Like it was pretty simple, but I like the Viking ship.
I think we need to go as adults and spend the day.
Do a podcast live from Valley Fair.
I've wanted to for the last few years go back and just like, okay. See, last time I was there, I think it's like Snoopy now. You remember like the Snoopy? It was the Berenstein Bears.
Ooh.
Like that area, the kids area. Now it's like Snoopy. But I was a big Berenstein Bears kid. I love Berenstein. I had some books. So, but now it's like, yeah, we don't really ride rides. I never did the scare houses or any of those.
I don't mean to. I don't want to sound like macho or something, but I just never got like scared by them.
Okay, I never did them, and I don't think I'd get scared by them either.
Just like, oh, there's this person, or there's this mechanical ghost that jumps on. It's like,
right.
Ooh, like I don't know, like the jump scare stuff. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I'm the same way. So, all right, anything else? Any fairs to the fair talk?
Fair.
So, all right. On that note, that's going to do it for us on this episode. While we plan our vacation to go to Valley Fair, we might as well hit the Renaissance Fair while we're over there, too. Get a big pickle out of a barrel. Did you ever go to Renaissance Fair?
No, but I have friends that did. They really like I would let them go just to get the big turkey leg.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't mind going again as an adult. So, experience stuff again as an adult. So, all right. That's going to do it for us on this episode of the Man Cave Podcast, brought to you by our good friends from Hy-Vee in Eau Claire. Again, what are you laughing at? Okay. You always interrupt me when I do that, so distract me.
I'll show you off there.
Okay.
It was you said something that reminded me of something, and I'm seeing other things. And
oh boy! Yeah. All right, so don't forget to follow and subscribe again to the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Till next time, that's Brandon. I'm Dan. We'll talk to you in the next episode of the Man Cave Podcast.